The following is a live presentation of Retro Sports Network, home of the champions of the past, present, and or future. Good morning, afternoon, evening. My name is Ron Juckett. Welcome to the program for the 6th day of November 2025 in what might be the last day of this project. The Retro Sports Network's greatest hits, all 7 world champions, and the 88 Boston Red Sox in the 7 years that we've done this streaming thing. And so the Yankees took game 1 in Los Angeles. So the 56 Yankees, who are 2025 champions, behind Moose Skowron and his handler Colonel Sean DeMarco. If they win today at home with Tom Sturdivant on the mound, they'll have won the project. In fact, they will have gone 6-0. They would be the only team not to lose a game throughout this entire 7-week deal. The Dodgers, all 3 rounds, have not won a game 1. They lost game 1 at home to St. Louis, the 85 Cardinals, in the first round, and then won the next 2. Then they lost game 1 at home to the 49 Yankees, and then won the next 2. So the Dodgers, going with Bert Hooton, who has not won a game, I believe, in this tournament yet, is trying to save the Dodgers bacon here and hoping that history repeats itself for the 3rd time of having the Dodgers lose game 1 at home and then win games 2 and 3, one on the road and the second one back at Dodger Stadium. So that's a setup for you. The Yankees trying to run the table, and the Dodgers trying to force a decisive game 3 as we finish up our greatest hits tournament. Next, really, as Retro Sports Network presents the Retro Sports Network Greatest Hits Tournament today from Yankee Stadium in the Bronx. It is the 2025 champion, 1956 New York Yankees, versus the 2020 champion, 1978 Los Angeles Dodgers. And today's game is brought to you by DigitalDice.com, the best darn podcast on the web for your sports simulation and replay needs. Find Dave and his friends today on Spotify, Spreaker, iTunes, or wherever else fine podcasts are listed. And it will indeed be Tom Sturdivant on the mound. Sturdivant so clutch for the Yankees down the stretch when we did 56. And now they just play Cold-Hearted Snake by Paula Abdul for grins and giggles here on the organ. Tom is 26 years old. He pitched game 2 against Seattle in Seattle and, of course, won in his only prior start in the tournament. He went the distance, 152 pitches, 8 hits, 2 runs, both earned, a homer. He walked 1 and struck out 10 in a 3-2 win. So the Dodgers face long odds here against Sturdivant. Here's how L.A. will line up for this must-win game for them. Davey Lopes leads off at second. Rick Monday, with the righty back on the mound, is in center. He'll bat second. Reggie Smith in right will go third. Steve Garvey cleans up at first. Garvey having some better numbers now. Ron Say at third will bat fifth. Dusty Baker in left will go sixth. Joe Ferguson behind the plate batting seventh. Bill Russell at short goes eighth. And Billy North in that double leadoff position goes ninth as the DH. Sturdivant can get you the distance if needed. He's got 135 pitches. Andy Carey a 5 at third for the Yankees as we set up their defense. Gil McDougall the 7 and a 10 at short. Billy Martin a 6 and a 9 at second. Bill Skowron, again the Moose, is a 6 at first. Enos Slaughter a 4 and a 3 in left. Mickey Mantle an 8 and a 9 in center. Hank Bauer a 6 and a 5 in right. Yogi a 10 and a 9 behind the plate. And Sturdivant, not a great fielder, a 2 range in a fielding percentage of .923. Weather tonight in New York. It is a gorgeous summer night, 82 degrees, winds blowing out to the courthouse and right center at 14. Lopes, 214 on the tournament, 6 for 28 with a solo homer. Dodgers, again, in the first two series, dropped game one at home and then won the next two. But the 56 Yankees are a tough customer. They are 5-0, and a 6 win wins them the title. Pitch, Lopes into right center. Mantle coming in, and Mickey will make the grab, 1 out. By the way, new patch for the baseball game, dated yesterday. Thank you, Mark Shaw, for pointing me in the right direction. Beta should be starting soon. Rick Monday at 211, a home run and 4 RBI. Sturdivant deals, and Monday rips this one past Martin in the right field. Bauer will pick it up. And that's a 1-out single for Reggie Smith, hitting .280 with 2 homers and 6 RBI. Sturdivant deals. Reggie punches this to right. Back goes Bauer. That is well hit. But Hank will have room, and Monday back to first. Rick Monday, by the way, and of course from 78, did yeoman's work as the color guy on the Dodgers radio network through the World Series. He had a tough job. He had to replace Ross Porter, I believe. Someone will correct me if I'm wrong. Garvey, by the way, at 214. 3 of his 6 hits, however, extra base hits, a double, a triple, a homer, and he drove in 6. Monday just has a buttery smooth voice. Pitch to Garvey, runner goes. Slow chopper down to third. Carey's got it. And Carey just puts the ball in his pocket. One of those excuse me swings and a throw. Carey decided not to do the error thing and conceded the base runner. First and second, 2 out for Ron Say, hitting .200 with 2 homers, but they were big. The 3-run homer in the 8th in Game 3 against St. Louis, and right here in this building against the 49 Yankees in Game 2. So, not that that's an advantage for anybody. The ballpark effects, I believe, are different for every year. So the Dodgers have had the advantage of playing here before, but not under the same conditions. Pitch to Say, struck him out. Sturdivant, who struck out 10 against Seattle, gets Say to end the inning. No runs, 2 hits, and no errors. Half an inning in the books, no score. So here's Happy Hooten, 28 years old, making his 3rd start of this tournament. He is a fastball pitcher at 85 and a ground ball pitcher. He pitched against the Yankees, I believe, the 49 Yankees in Los Angeles, and beat them 3-2. I believe that was Game 3. 9 innings. Today is the 12th, so he's on 3 days rest. 9 innings, 105 pitches, 3 hits, 2 runs, both earned, a home run, a walk, and 3 strikeouts. How you doing, Todd B? Do or die for the Dodgers indeed. So Happy Hooten, 18 innings in this tournament, 11 hits, 7 runs, all earned. He has allowed 2 homers, he's walked 3, and struck out 3. Here's how the Yankees will line up. Gil McDougald at short will lead it off. Enos Slaughter back in the lineup today with the lefty not pitching, is in left. He'll bat second. Mickey Mantle in center goes third. Yogi Berra behind the plate cleans up. Bill Skowron at first will bat fifth. Bob Serve, the DH, goes sixth. Hank Bauer back in right. He'll bat seventh. Andy Carey at third goes eighth. And Billy Martin at second will go ninth. Hooten can go a complete game, as you know, because he's done it twice already. He can give you 130 pitches. Defensively for the Dodgers, Dusty Baker, a 7 and a 4 in left. Rick Monday, a 4 and a 3 in center. Reggie Smith is a 5 and an 8 in right. Ron Say, kind of the heart and pulse of this team, is a 7 at third. Billy Russell, an 8 and a 7 at short. Davey Lopes, not to be confused with Hall & Oates, is a 10 and a 10 at second. Steve Garvey, a 9 at first. Joe Ferguson has caught every inning so far for the Dodgers, is a 6 and a 4 behind the plate, and Hooten an 8 on the mound with a .978 fielding percentage. McDougald has done great as a leadoff man, hitting .375, 9 for 24, a double, and an RBI. And Todd B., if this series should end today, the most outstanding player of the tournament will win the George Hendrick Most Outstanding Player Award. Yes, we knew that you would approve of that. Pitch to McDougald. Hit him. That's not what you want to do. You can't put base runners on. Farina Slaughter, 4 for 17, hitting .235. Oh, Joe, I knew you'd like that. With an RBI and 3 runs scored. But in typical George Hendrick fashion, he's not here in New York. Pitch to Slaughter. There's a ground ball to Lopes. They might get 2 out of this. No, only play is to Garvey, and Slaughter's out. McDougald moves up to second, and here is Mickey Mantle. Mantle at .381. 3 doubles, a home run, and 4 RBI. Fly ball right field. Reggie Smith going back, and Mickey has homered. That is just underneath the auxiliary press box in right field. And it's 2-0 New York on the home run down the line by Mickey Mantle. And if Bart Lowe was here, he'd be singing Say, Say, Say. Mantle just crushed it. Remember, it's only a 3-foot wall down there. And Reggie just kind of went halfway and stopped. So 2-0 New York with 1 out here in the first. Here's Yogi at .318, having a much better tournament than he did World Series. 2 doubles, a home run, 4 RBI, 7 for 22. No, Dodgers did not need that. They need Hooten to be rock solid. And Berra draws the walk. This is like a Don Sutton start. Here's Skowron hitting .400, 8 for 20, 2 homers, a double, and 5 RBI. Up the middle, Russell to Lopes. They get Berra there, and there's 2 outs. So Skowron's going to reach on the fielder's choice. For Bob Serve, Bob the DH, 3 for 12, 250, a home run, a double, and 3 RBI. There's a ground ball to third. Say's got it over to Lopes, and that will end the inning. However, the Yankees, who can pretty much score at will against anybody, get the 2-run homer from Mickey Mantle. And after 1, it's the Yankees 2, the Dodgers nothing. So Baker, Ferguson, and Russell to face Sturdivant, who threw 24 pitches in the first. Dusty at .214, 6 singles, and 28 trips. The mountains up here, Todd, got snow. Now, you're not in Cleveland. I know we joke about you and Tim being the same person. And he's right along the lake, I think. You're closer to Akron, right? Pitch to Baker. Dusty swings. That's into left. Slaughter will wait. 1 out. For Joe Ferguson, hitting .318. I think Johnny Oates has caught the 8th or 9th a couple times in the Dodgers 7 games. 7 for 22 is Fergie, a home run, 3 doubles, and 4 RBI. You're near. Oh, you're near Canton. Okay. I knew you weren't in Cleveland. Snow that low, but you must get lake effect off of Lake Erie, right? In the center, Mantle makes an easy grab. 2 outs, so 2 fly balls and nothing from it. Here's Bill Russell at .320. 2 doubles, a triple, and 2 RBI. Bart Lowe, how are you? Bart brought his own bottle of champagne with him today. Pitch to Bill. Fly ball, left center. This time Mantle's going to have to run a long way, but will make the grab, and the Dodgers are done in the second. No runs, no hits, no errors. 1, 2, 3 they go, and after an inning and a half in Game 2, it's 2-0 New York. Secondary snow belt. Okay. So Bauer, Carey, and Martin to face Happy Hooten here in the second. Bauer, 6 for 16, 375, 2 doubles, a homer, and 3 RBI. Fine and dandy. That was a TV show from Montreal. So my dad, as you've heard me talk about, grew up on the shores of Lake Erie in Fredonia, a few miles inland. And I knew it was Buffalo area growing up, and you'd hear about all the snow in Buffalo, and every once in a while you see that go and shovel out the stadium in Orchard Park, and you might get a ticket. But the gradient there was so slim that you could be in a 3-mile stretch. To the east, you might get 3 feet of snow, and he would say, we might have gotten 3 inches. How you doing, Paul? Listening. Afternoon to all of you listening on Retro Sports Network and around the world on Armed Forces Radio. Pitch to Bauer. Fly ball right center. Monday going back, and that ball is gone. So the Yankees are putting an exclamation point on the series early. It's now 3-0 here in the second. Both of the Yankee hits have been home runs. Mantle's 2-run shot in the first. And now Bauer here in the second. Thanks for listening, Paul. We'll take your long-distance requests and dedication later. I used to love Armed Forces Radio. I had a shortwave radio. Does that really surprise any of you who are listening? And in the day and age before cable was widespread and ESPN and everything being available, Andy Carey, by the way, 7 for 19, hitting 368 and 3 RBI, that at night you'd get ball games. I remember on a Sunday afternoon listening to Vin Scully call a Dodgers game. And when we didn't have cable and only one working station, Channel 3, if you must know, Paul, on Sunday afternoons during football season, you'd get a radio doubleheader. It was great. And no commercials. You'd get a studio show where the commercials would be. But I digress. Pitch to Carey. And Hooten that leash is about to get really, really short as Andy drew a 4-pitch walk. As a kid living in the Catskills, Paul listened mostly to the Capitals and the Bullets because that's 1500 WTOP. Martin hitting 118, a double and 2 RBI. So as a kid, Paul's going to get screamed at here because he's just bringing out the stories in me. Oh, do we still carry? Let's see what Hooten does. Goes to the plate. Martin hits a ground ball to third. Ron Say goes to Lopes for 1 and Garvey for 2, and Martin has grounded into a double play. So 2 out, saving Hooten's bacon. Here's McDougal, who was hit by a pitch and scored on the Mantle homer in the first. Opening 9 for Hooten, 39 pitches, inning in 2/3. The 2 hits, 2 home runs. Mantle in the first and Scour in the second, and 2 walks. Paul roots for the Blues. KMOX, because that's what you can pick up. Todd says, before I get into my Capitals and Bullets story, guy selling him like 4 NFL board games, APA and Vintage Coleco Football. Have you ever played APA Football? APA Football, I think that's their best game, to be honest. You need to start recording some of your stuff. So, as a kid, drive-in movies, you're all quite familiar with them. Pitch to McDougal, and there's a base hit right center. Monday will cut it off, and Hooten's got none stuff. Here's Slaughter 0 for 1. So, as you know, you can never really hear anything if you put those speakers in the windows, and because at least the drive-in that I went through in Castleton, Vermont, if you must know, was near a swamp. And what happens near a swamp? Mosquitoes. Pitch to Slaughter. There's a ground ball to Russell. Bill's got it. He's going to go over to Garvey, and that will do. So Hooten survives the second with a solo homer to Hank Bauer. 2 hits for the Yankees, and after 2, it's 3-0 New York. So North, and then we'll flip the order for the Dodgers. Billy at 4 for 20 on the tournament. Does have 3 singles, a double. He has scored 4 times, stolen a base. So, in order to get rid of the mosquitoes that would eat you alive as you were watching your movies, pitch to North is a little too hopper to McDougal. He backhands it, throws to Scourin for the out. They got one of those little AM booster transmitter thingies, like a closed circuit feed, which told you that it wouldn't drain the batteries in your car. Dave has the game. What season does that come with? Davey Lopes 0 for 1. Sturdivant 0 for opening 9. 40 pitches, 2 1/3, 2 hits and a strikeout. So by the mid '80s, they had these little not closed circuit, but carrier current AM station. That's the word I'm looking for. And they had 2 screens. So one AM frequency that was not in the Rutland area played one screen, and you turned your radio, in this particular case, to 1500 for the other. There were, however, 2 things that didn't quite work out for them. Pitch to Lopes is a chopper to third. Carey's got it over to Scourin for the out. First of all, if you run your car radio without the engine running, it will drain the battery, despite the fact of what they put on the screens, and so there were jumper cables available if you needed to be jumped after your movie. Rick Monday singled his first time up on the 2 Dodger hits. The second thing is that, of course, during the day in Castleton, Vermont, there's nothing on the radio at 1500 a.m. except for static. And as Mr. King will tell you, at night at 1500 a.m., well, now it's WFAD, was all news all the time, WTOP, a 50,000-watt clear channel voice of Washington, D.C. Pitch to Monday, struck him out, and that'll do for the Dodgers. No runs, no hits, no errors. After 2.5, Sturdivant doing his job, 3-0 New York. So Mantle, who homered his first time up, now has 2 in 6 games and has driven in 6. So on the Saturday night in the summer, as you're watching whatever Goonies or whatever your 80s movie of choice was, remember the CBS radio network did a baseball doubleheader, a day game and a night game for their game of the week. So we're at the movies, and everyone else in the car is trying to listen to the movie while I'm listening to a ball game. It was great. That's a long-ass story. Original season. Have I put all of you to sleep? Pitch to Mantle, and Mickey draws the walk. I would try the game, Todd. I think if you like football games, I think you would enjoy that. Yogi walked his first time up. Fly ball, center field, Monday. That's hit a long way, but it's a big park, and Monday can run, and he makes the catch for the out. Yeah, Gardner, it really is a good game. Paul is loving life. He's doing you're almost done with the 55 season for 40. You're doing quick decks or the full game from 49, Paul? Bill Scourin, whose biggest booster isn't here, is 0 for 1. Mantle goes, throw down to Lopes, and Mickey steals the bag. Kind of insult to injury. 49. Oh, the 49 football is the full game. There's no quick decks. Okay. And you were playing the Lions yesterday, right? Or Monday? Scourin hits a ground ball to third. Say looks Mantle back to the bag. Throws to Garvey for the out. So 2 away for Bob Serve, who's 0 for 1. So Hooten kind of almost in a relief appearance for himself. That's punched to right center. Monday makes the... No, he can't. It drops in front of him. Mantle will round third. That's a long throw, and Monday just throws it in the infield, and the Yankees are up 4-0. For Bauer, who homered in the second. Lions and Bears, oh my. If it was after 1960, I'd ask you if it was at Tiger Stadium. And the Bears won and clinched the NFL West. Serve on first, 4-0 New York. What's my opinion of APA hockey? Dave likes it. Ground ball to short. Russell can't make the play. And that's his second error, and I think that's going to do it for Happy Hooten. No, he'll get carry at 185. I know that it took Dave a lot of work to make that playable. You're aware of my opinion? As someone who's watched some of it, I think there are better games out there. I think Hockey Bones is a better game. Pitch to Carey. Fly ball to center. Monday going back, and this time he'll make the catch and Hooten survives. However, the Yankees put up another run on a hit and the error, which hurt. After 3, it's 4-0 New York. PJ came around to APA hockey. How much do you like hockey? And the thing with Strand is a lot of those seasons are out. Reggie Smith is 0 for 1. So I'll ask you that. How much do you like hockey? Pitch to Smith. There's a slow chopper to Sturdivant, who takes it to the bag himself, and Reggie Smith beat it out. I'm not sure if Tom couldn't get it out of the glove to Scowen or what, but Reggie gets the third Dodger hit, and now here's Garvey, who singled his first time up. What do I think of Bob Stanley? I think his tools are good. If you need to measure something, a Bob Stanley measuring stick will get it right 9 times out of 15. Garvey punches this one into right center field. Bauer picks it up, and the Dodgers have it first and second. Nobody out for Ron Say, who struck out his first time up. Say, kind of like Mickey Hatcher in '88, is a spark plug here in Sturdivant. If the Yankees are going to hold on to this lead, need to shut the door right now. Base hit right field. Bauer will pick it up. Smith around third will hold. The bases are loaded, and Dusty Baker is the tying run. The Dodgers have worked Sturdivant here in the 4th with nobody out. So Smith on third, Garvey on second, Say on first. Dusty Baker 0 for 1. There's a ground ball to third. What's Carey going to do? They're going to trade 1 for 1 at least. Martin for 1. But there is no... the throw to first is late, and Baker will reach. So 4-1. Double play situation still for the Yankees, and Joe Ferguson's 0 for 1. His wife and kids like him, says Ron. Yep. Paul likes the game a lot. I just don't know enough of behind the scenes. Appa seems to be for those who are really into the sport. Boy. I think do you have Action PC hockey? And Ferguson draws the walk. So he's now the go-ahead run. Baker the tying run for Bill Russell, who is 0 for 1. Bart starting to pace. Anything on my radar for Black Friday? Probably. We'll see what Strat does. I got so many games. I know that they're collecting for the Black Friday special. Russell base hit left field. Garvey's going to score. Slaughter picks it up. Baker will hold at third. And now Ferguson the tying run and Russell the go-ahead run for Billy North. You don't find it as appealing. I would think that inside the crease or in the crease does a very good job of doing hockey. You really don't need to know a lot about it. Just follow the bouncing ball and get it good that way. I like Strat. I like Action PC. Hockey Bones works. If a guy's tried a deck of cards, I don't like games with decks of cards. Personally, that's just me. Dodgers doing station to station. Little known fact, I run quite a few replay leagues using Action. Oh, okay. Bart's recliner taking a lot of abuse. Pitch to North, and that's a chopper to Martin. They may get out of this now. Martin, McDougald for one, and North's going to reach because Russell put on the roadblock slide, so it's 4-3. This seems to be an awful lot like Game 7 of the World Series, isn't it? The outcome box is heavily favored Sturdivant, too. It's not like I'm intentionally letting him get shellacked out there. Davey Lopes is 0 for 2. Sturdivant, a bad fourth here. 77 pitches, 18 batters, 3 2/3, 6 hits, a walk, and 2 strikeouts. Center field, that'll do it. Mantle coming in. He will make the catch. But the Dodgers have climbed right back into this one. 3 runs, 4 hits, and no errors. After 3.5, Yankees 4, Dodgers 3. And so, game 1, oh, by the way, the Yankees in L.A. beat them 8-5. So Paul just started a 67-68 NHL replay using Shootout, Stone Cold to get the Red Ice. That's John Turnbull's quick play game. Eventually Appa and Dice Nuts. Interesting. Those first 3 are great for non-hockey fans. Stone Cold gives you a lot of storytelling. But if you've played one APA game, I mean, the football game, you got to do not a lot of work, but it's probably the most coaching of all the APA games. Martin, by the way, 0 for 1. Hooten delivers. Ground ball up the middle. Russell has it. Over to Garvey. 1 out. So if you like APA baseball, I think you would enjoy APA hockey. Gil McDougald singled and scored. Was also hit by a pitch. Opening 18 for Hooten. 69 pitches, 3 1/3. 4 hits. The 2-run homer from Mantle in the first, and the solo shot from Bauer in the second. And I will say this, pesky Paul, inside the crease is the game that Dave loves, and I'm kind of meh about. I don't hate it. I'm meh about it. But it does a good job. The good thing about inside the crease or in the crease is that it really does a tremendous job of making you feel like you're watching a game on television. Don't know if they have 67-68. To me, there just isn't enough decision making, and I like decision making in my games. Pitch to McDougald is a ground ball to Russell. He'll go to Garvey. And there's 2 outs. So Hooten give it a boost after that 3-run inning. Here's Slaughter. He's 0 for 2. You know, Appa Soccer, I think Appa Soccer uses fast action cards. There's no fast action cards in the hockey game. Appa Baseball's okay for you, not your first choice? Okay. And I would say that football is Appa's best game. Pitch to Slaughter, There's a ground ball to first. Garvey's got it, and that will do. Yankees go in order. Bart reaching for the Tipperillos. After 4, it's the Yankees 4, the Dodgers 3. Perhaps we can learn to like Appa hockey together. It's not a game I can play. Hockey Bones does the PDF, and I tried that with the manual entry on Action PC, and it just takes so long. Monday, 1 for 2. He has singled and struck out. All right, have fun with Gus. What interests me in Stratomatic sales? Well, I haven't gotten the baseball game for this year. But I might wait to see what season they offer for next year, because I'm interested in 25. Paul says, go Dodgers. Monday, 1 for 2. He has singled and struck out. Struck him out. So Sturdivant now has 3 Ks on the evening. Reggie Smith, 1 for 2. A single and a run scored. That came in the 4th. Fly ball, right field. Bauer going back. Makes the catch. 2 out. Well, if there's a roster sale or a couple of those, I'll stock up then. If 10 on 20% on 2 or 30% on 3 or more. I've been trying to fill in some gaps. The 18-year-old in me is loving the fact that I have most of the 80 seasons in the sports. Garvey is 2 for 2. He is singled and scored. I like the football game. It plays really well on the computer. I have most of everything for Action PC. Pitch to Garvey is a fly ball to left. Back goes Slaughter. Enos, is he going to get there? No, he will not. That's off the wall. And Garvey's on with a double. So the tying run is on with 2 out in the 5th for Ron Say, who has a single and a strikeout. Base hit right field. Garvey around third. Bauer uncorks one home to Berra, and we're tied up. Wow. Wow, wow, wow. So here's, again, I keep looking at that outcome box, and it's advantage Sturdivant, who has not pitched well. He pitched great the first 3 innings. And I don't know if he just got Tom Hardy as we started the 4th or what. It is time for Mr. Howard to arrive indeed. Pitch to Baker. Fly ball, shallow right field. Bauer will come in. He'll ride to Schwinn. And that will do halfway home in Game 2. The Dodgers have tied this game up. A run on 2 hits and no errors. Bottom 5, 4-4. If you joined us late, here's how we got here. The Yankees won Game 1, 8-5, and they led in this one 4-0 in the 3rd. But the Dodgers, taking a page out of the 2025 version of the Dodgers, have plated 4 in the last 2 innings. 4 runs, 8 hits, an error for L.A., 4 runs, 4 hits, no errors for New York. Mickey Mantle, a 2-run homer in the 1st to make it 2-0. Hank Bauer in the 2nd followed that up with a solo homer to make it 3-0. And Bob Cerv put what we thought at the time was the cherry on the Yankee Sunday. He scored Mickey Mantle on an RBI single to make it 4-0. But then the Dodgers stormed back. They got 3 in the 4th. Dusty Baker, a fielder's choice to make it 4-1. Bill Russell, an RBI single to score Garvey to make it 4-2. Billy North, a fielder's choice to make it 4-3. Dribs and drabs. And just a moment ago, Ron Say singled home Steve Garvey to make it a 4-4 game. Triple G, how are you? So neither starter covering themselves in clover. In fact, Tom Sturdivant is over 100 pitches, 5 innings, 8 hits, 4 runs all earned, a walk and 3 strikeouts on 104 pitches. Bert Hooton, 4 innings, 4 hits, 4 runs, 4 earned. The homers to Mantle and Bauer, and he has walked 3. January, he'll be with the new version of the game. First week of the new year, Steve, 86. On the 40th anniversary. Been able to listen between phone calls at work. They have cell phones on the golf course, right? Mickey Mantle has walked and homered in this one. Made it 2-0 New York in the first. Hooton starts the 5th. Slow chopper to first. Garvey has it. 1 out. For Yogi Berra, who is 0 for 1 with a walk. Hooton deals. Popped up. Right side. Lopes moves over and will make the catch. 2 out. The wind is blowing right out to dead center at 15. So here is Moose Scourin, who is 0 for 2 today. Anything go? Yeah, I mean, we're going to do the real World Series next. The winner of the best record in the American League versus the best record of the National League. So, Toronto and Milwaukee. And that will be a best of 7. And then we might take some requests. I mean, what would you like to see? Pitch to Scourin. Here's a fly ball to left. Baker going back. And the Moose is loose again. Home run. His first of the tournament. And the Yankees go up 5-4. This has not been a pitcher's duel. He took one down the line and left. And all Dusty Baker could do was turn and watch it go. Triple G wants to see the Twins with 2 owners. I can't change that. I suppose you could buy OOTP and do what you want. I mean, that's the beauty of that game. Bob Serve 1 for 2. He is singled and driven in a run. Yankees 5, Dodgers 4. 2 out, bottom of the 5th. Moose tracks for everyone. Again, great caramel ice cream from Hood. New England Creamery. Great for us diabetics. Nummy, nummy, nummy. Ground ball to Russell on a hard hop over to Garvey, and that will take care of Serve. We go to the 6th. Sturdivant has been given the lead back on the solo homer from Moose Scourin, now hitting .391 on the tournament. Yankees 5, Dodgers 4. So Ferguson, Russell, and North to face Sturdivant. This will be a bullpen game for New York. Joe 0 for 1 with a walk. Fly ball, left center, Mantle. Mickey, a lot of room. He'll make the catch. So tell me what you want to see, Steve. I mean, we do requests. People pay money. OOTP offers the game for $5 around Christmas. It's on sale now, I think, for $20, right? Bill Russell, 1 for 2, a single, an RBI. And Mike Silva's ballparks are some of the best, are the best downloads you can get. The work he has done is just tremendous. His 56 Yankees, I believe, just won, or 56 or 49 Yankees, just won bracket 15 of his baseball bash. Dead ball baseball. If you go back on my channel years ago, I did the Merkel's Boner game. You got a particular season in mind? Ground ball to McDougal over to Scourin for the out. Big Russ is out, 2 away for Billy North, 0 for 2 with an RBI. The correct answer would be 1968, by the way. Yeah, 1908 would be great. I would never do a dead ball season. But if I was to do one, it would be 1908 because both of those races are there. To Martin, over to Scourin, and North is retired. We're through 5.5. Dodgers go in order. Yankees 5, LA 4. But yeah, 1908 I think is the pony year for dead ball. Bauer homered in the second, by the way, 1 for 2. And he'll go into right field for a single. For Reggie Smith will pick up. I know that when I do a 60th year, see, this channel shouldn't go away after next year. 64 would be the one I would do. Andy Carey is 0 for 1 with a walk. Yep, 1912. We did, you saw we did the Walter Johnson versus Sandy Koufax game. And it was amazing. What was it, 65 Dodgers I did? And the 13 Sen Nats. How similar those teams were. Pitch to Carey. Popped up. Russell on the dirt will make the grab. 1 out. Billy Martin 0 for 2. Mr. Lowe, what would you like to see? Ground ball to third. Says, got it. He'll go over to Garvey for the out, and that should do. Bauer goes to second with 2 out. That will not do. So they could not turn to. McDougald 1 for 2 today, with hit by a pitch and a run scored. 27 batters for Happy Hooten, 99 pitches, 5 2/3, 6 hits, 3 home runs. He only gave up 17 in real life. So Mantle, Bauer, and Scourin, and he hasn't struck out anybody. He's walked 3. Punches this one into right field for a base hit. Bauer around third. He is waved home. The throw goes in. It's 6-4 New York with 2 out in the 6th. Pirates and Tigers. Well, I mean, for one game. It is 86 come next year. So what year, Steve? Pirates and Tigers, oh my. All right, let me get Hooten out. All right, so that will do it for Happy Hooten. 285. Oh, goodness. Yeah, he's done. Lance Routson. Lefty versus lefty. As I hit the wrong button. He has pitched once in this tournament. Maybe. 25 years old. Fastball, an extreme ground ball pitcher. Fastball at 85. When did he pitch? He pitched in Game 2 in St. Louis. In the 5-4 win, he did not figure in the decision. An inning and a third. 26 pitches. 2 hits. A run. It was earned. A walk and a strikeout. Slaughter is 0 for 3. And we'll bring in Nelson Howard to pinch hit. Sneaky devil that I am. Ellie 3 for 12. As a pinch with 2 RBI on the tournament. Left center, Monday. Can't trust that day. He makes the catch in left center, and we're through 6. Yankees get a big run on 2 hits and no errors. Yankees 6, Dodgers 4. So Howard is 6 and 3, comes into play left. Sturdivant somehow has gotten through 6. 112 pitches, 27 batters, 8 hits, a walk, and 3 strikeouts. Davey Lopes is 0 for 3. They met in the World Series. Was that 1908 or 1912? Todd B thinking about doing a draft with all of his seasons. That would be cool. 1909. Okay. We can do a game. Struck him out. That's 4 for Sturdivant. 0-1-2. Got him on the changeup for Monday, who's 1 for 3. That's 5. Sturdivant has found a second win here with 2 out in the top of the 7th. Check swing. Reggie Smith 1 for 3. A single and a run scored. He's going to reach. That's going to be extra bases. That splits the middle between Mantle and Bauer. Reggie's going to have a double. A 2-out double for Garvey now coming up. So Reggie, this is 2 for 4. Garvey is 3 for 3 today. He has scored twice and doubled. That's what you're doing, fascinating baseball. Did the dice work? Oh, you made the dice in Excel. Yeah, because the Lewis research wasn't still not working for you, right? Pitch to Garvey. There's a line shot to third. Carries there. Stretch time 6-4 Yankees. No runs, a hit for the Dodgers. They have 9 now, and they've left on 6 after 6.5. It is 6-4 New York. 6 runs, 7 hits, no errors for the Yankees. They've left on 5. 4 runs, 9 hits, an error for the Dodgers, and they have left on 6. Mantle, Berra, and Skowron to face, we're going to change. Who can get a Mickey? Ooh, maybe not. Bobby Castillo. Will come in. Bobby 23. 0-4 in 78. A 3.97 ERA. 18 appearances out of the pen. Throws it hard. A fastball at 97 and a ground ball pitcher. 34 innings, 28 hits, 2 home runs. He's walked 33 and struck out 30. Oh, okay. Seems that some of them are still there. Andy will respond to emails, by the way. But the cross arrow one with the charts is gone. Maybe that's why. Maybe Al Wilson asked him to take it down. You found one in Excel in the Facebook group. Oh, okay. Mickey 1 for 2 today. A home run and 2 RBI. Yep, Bobby with the Dennis Lamp, Groucho Marx, masking tape, caterpillar mustache. Base hit right field. Reggie Smith will pick it up. I'm surprised if this holds. The Yankees will have run the table. They have not lost in this tournament at all. And it's a pretty good run of teams that they beat. OGG? Did Brent change his name again? I mean, it's the 2001 Mariners, the 88 Red Sox, and now 6 outs away from the 78 Dodgers. Yogi Berra 0 for 2 with a walk. Although, to be fair, none of those teams in real life won the World Series. And Berra draws the walk. Scotty's napping. So first and second, nobody out for the Moose. who homered his last time up. Last call for DeMarco. Base hit left field. Gets past Russell. Baker picks it up. Mantle will score. Say with a late dive. It's 7-4 New York. And again, Bart's recliner is feeling better. Here's serve. He's 1 for 3. A single and a run RBI. Oh, King of the Hill with the 56 Dodgers? I mean the 56 Yankees. Yeah, I wonder if Al asked that link to get put down. Because he's trying to... It's no longer a donation where you got to pay for the seasons, but it is a good game. Pitch to serve. Struck him out. 1 out, a 1-2 fastball swung on and missed. Again, 2-2, and Castillo got the strikeout. So for Andy Carey, he was 0 for 2 with a walk. 7 runs, 9 hits, no errors for the Yankees. 4 runs, 9 hits, an error for the Dodgers. First and second into center field. Monday, can never trust that day, makes the catch, and that'll do. So, a run on 2 hits, no errors. The Yankees have left on 7. We go to the 8th. Sturdivant somehow still pitching well. 7-4 New York. So say 2 for 3, 2 singles and an RBI and a strikeout. Make that 6 now for Sturdivant. Say chased a full count off speed, 1 out. Much more manageable now for the Yankees to get the remaining outs. Dusty Baker 0 for 3, an RBI and a run scored. That is punched into left field for a base hit. Mantle can't get it. Baker is on with a double, so that split Mantle and Howard. And the Dodgers have their 10th hit. And with Joe Ferguson coming up, Sturdivant says, I want him. Bob Grimm is loosening for the Yankees. Fergie not the tying run in a 3-run game. That is in the left center field. Mantle will pick it off the wall. Baker will score. Casey says, we're not doing this. So Russell down the tying run in a 7-5 game. So Grimm will come out to try to get the last 5 outs. He's 26 years old, fastball at 88, and a double ground ball pitcher. He pitched in the Red Sox series, one of those games, in a 7-2 win, 2/3 of an inning and 10 pitches. So Russell, the tying run. Grimm's real-life numbers, 6-1, 5 saves, a 2.76 ERA, 75 innings, 64 hits, 3 homers. He's walked 31, and 48 strikeouts. And as Steve says, the Grim Reaper loosening for the Dodgers. But you got to get 5 outs. Pitch to Russell. That's up the middle, base hit. Mantle throws it back in, and now the go-ahead run is Billy North. North 0 for 3 with an RBI. Russell on first. Runner on third is Ferguson. Ground ball to McDougald. They're going to try and trade 2 for the price of 1. Martin for 1 and Skowron for 2. So the run does not score. But the inning is over. So a 6-4-3 double play ends it. The Dodgers get 1 back, however, and after 7.5 here in Game 2, Yankees 7, Dodgers 5. So Martin, McDougald, and Howard to face Bobby Castillo to start the bottom of the 8th. Billy not going to win the MVP award. He's 0 for 3 today. And would you know it? That's a base hit past Russell in the left center field. Is there any other sports you want to see me play? McDougal, 2 for 3. Has singled twice, an RBI, a run scored. Throw to first, and Martin is back. Base hit, right center field. Monday will grab it. Martin on his way to third. The throw is thrown into Davey Lopes for Monday, and the Yankees have runners in the corners and nobody out. For Ellie Howard is 0 for 1. Castillo threw that pitch at 100 mile an hour. A lot of you does cornhole count. A lot of you prefer baseball. And some of you go, diversify, show something else. Base hit, left field. Martin will score. McDougal will hold at second, and it's 8-5 to York. Here's Mantle, 2 for 3 today. A home run, 2 RBI, 3 runs scored. Strap basketball. Who would you like to see, Bart? That one I will do. That is my favorite basketball game by a mile. Ferguson and Castillo have a word. Struck him out. Mantle goes down by way of the K. 1 out for Yogi Berra. 0 for 2 with a walk. With 2 walks. Bobby deals. Right center. Monday. Will grab it. 2 out. McDougal will bluff. What team for the Knicks, Bart? Scouring 2 for 4. It's close whether I would do Mickey or the Moose here as the MVP. 2 for 4 today. 10 for 24 in the 6 games. 3 homers and 7 RBI. Hoops is a lot like Strat. Absolutely. Struck him out. Scourin strikes out. We go to the 9th. 1 run, 3 hits, and no errors. Dodgers 3 to tie, 4 to go ahead. Lopes, Monday, and Smith. Davey 0 for 4 with a K today. Grimm trying to get the last 3 outs. Base hit, left field. That got past McDougal. Howard will throw it in, and the Dodgers get their 13th hit. Here's Rick Monday, 1 for 4. He is singled and struck out 3 times. Reader, I could play them against each other. Lopes is back. Dave showed off hoops on the PC. And it was just too much like Strat for me. Rick Monday, 1 for 4. Has struck out 3 times and singled. High fly ball, right field. Back goes Bauer, and it's another Blue Monday. That's gone. You can't put the Dodgers to bed just yet. A towering home run makes it 8-7. Monday just crushed it. Again, that's off the auxiliary press box out there in right center. For Reggie Smith. And Casey goes to at least look. 428. He's going to stick with him. In a 1-run game. This whole tournament Yeah, that 8th inning run now for the Yankees is the difference. Has been so much fun. Yeah, I could do that. 69-70. And struck him out. That's huge. Grimm got him on a 1-2. Here's Garvey. 3 for 4. He has singled twice, doubled, and scored twice. Up the middle. Base hit. The tying run is on. Garvey, a 4-hit day. For look who's up, Ron Say. Say is singled twice and driven in a run. And again, we look. We bringing in Larson or Cox here? Byrne would get ripped. So Bart, how you getting this? You leaving in Grimm, or you putting in Larson or Cox? Baker on deck. The 78 Dodger team has really, really overpunched its weight. All right. Here comes Larson, who pitched Game 1 against the Red Sox. 9-4 win. He went 6 1/3, 133 pitches, 4 hits, 4 runs, all earned, a homer. He walked 5 and struck out 4. Don is 27, fastball 87, a fly ball pitcher. And Rupert going to get me to sing. Say, 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 get me a hit, but don't get saying out for us, man. So 1 out. Say the go-ahead run. Garvey, the tying run. Say the go-ahead run. And Larson trying to get 2 out. Popped up. Left side. Carry. Last chance saloon for the Dodgers. Dusty Baker 1 for 4. A double, an RBI, and 2 runs scored. My Larry the Lounge Lizard act will continue later on. So Baker trying to keep this game going. Last chance saloon. Garvey on first. Larson deals. Fly ball left center. Mantle is racing back, and the Yankees have won the tournament. So the champions of 25 are indeed the champions of 25. What a tournament this was. They win it 8-7 in 3 hours and 18 fake minutes. 8 runs, 12 hits, and no errors as everyone exits through the clubhouse and center field. They left on 9. Dodgers 7 runs, 15 hits, and error, and they left on 8. Sturdivant gets the win. Yeah, the Yankees have earned us. I find it hard to believe that they ran the table. They played 6 games and won them all, which is pretty amazing. Again, we're not trying to figure out who the best team is. We just wanted to get everybody on the table once. Sturdivant, 2-0 in the tournament, 7 1/3, 11 hits, 5 runs, all earned. Didn't pitch all that well. A walk and 6 strikeouts. Grimm had minus stuff. He went an inning, 4 hits, 2 runs, both earned. The home run to Monday. And then Larson got the last 2 to close the door. Bert Hooton, 5 2/3, 7 hits, 6 runs, all earned. Skowron, Bauer, and Mantle with home runs. He walked 3. Routson only faced the 1 batter. And Bobby Castillo, 5 hits through 2 runs, a walk, and 4 strikeouts. So we're going to give the Mixter the George Hendrick MOP for the tournament. He won a Triple Crown in real life, and so there you go. Wow. There you go. Thank you all so much. So we're going to do that World Series, but I may do that basketball game for Bart. And again, if you guys want to see something, let me know. Because we got, about 8 weeks before we start 86. So thank you all so much. Worst teams in history to see who's the best of the worst. Now, there you go. That's an interesting thing. All right, have yourselves a good weekend. We'll talk to you soon. Final score, the Yankees are the greatest hits champion of 2025. They win 8-7 and sweep all 6 games. Have a good one. So long, everybody.